Go ahead.
And the windows of heaven were open.
Yes.
And the rain was upon the earth 40 days, 40 nights.
It rained 40 days and 40 nights. Go ahead.
In the selfsame day entered Noah, and Shem, and Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with him into the ark.
Okay.
They and every beast after his kind, and all the cattle after their kind,
Yes.
and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and every fowl after his kind, every bird of every sort. And they went unto Noah into the ark, 2 and 2 of all flesh,
Yes.
wherein is the breath of life. And they went in male and female of all flesh.
Not male and male. Not female and female, but male and female. Go ahead.
As God had commanded him, and the Lord shut him in.
And the Lord shut him in. God shut him up in the boat. Go ahead.
And the flood was 40 days upon the earth.
Yes.
And the waters increased.
Go ahead.
And bare up the ark, and it was lifted up above the earth.
The ark floated. That's some deep stuff. Y'all just thought about that. He had no way of testing it, did he? Okay, go ahead.
And the waters prevailed.
And the waters prevailed. Go ahead.
And were increased gently upon the earth.
Yes.
And the ark went upon the face of the water.
Yes.
And the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth.
Go ahead.
And all
This is very repetitious, isn't it? But go ahead.
And all the high hills were under the whole heaven.
Wait a minute now. The high hills were covered with water?
Yes. That were under the whole heaven were covered.
Go ahead.
15 cubits upward did the waters prevail, and the mountains were covered.
Okay, stop right there. How high is a cubit? 1.5 feet is 1 cubit. How many cubits deep was this water?
15 cubits upward.
15 cubits deep was this water. 15 cubits. 15 cubits of water covered all the mountains. That's deep, y'all. Because Mount Everest is 29,029 feet high, the highest peak. And yet 15 cubits covered Mount Everest. No, it said the whole earth. 15 cubits. Go ahead, read.
And all flesh died that moved upon the earth.
Everything drowned in 15 cubits of water. This boat that was over 450 feet long floated in 15 cubits of water with all these animals on it. I know we never thought about this. In fact, to be honest with you, many of us probably didn't even know the dimensions of the boat, period. Go ahead.
Both of fowl and of cattle and of beasts.
Yes.
Of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth and every man.
Yes.
All in whose nostrils was the breath of life of all that was in the dry land died. And every living thing, every living substance was destroyed, which was on the face of the ground, both man and cattle, and the creeping things, and the fowl of the heaven.
Yes.
And they were destroyed from the earth, and Noah only remained alive.
Everybody got killed. Everybody drowned. Everything drowned. Except Noah and his family and the living creatures that was on this boat. Go ahead.
And the waters prevailed upon the earth in 150 days.
150 days. How many months is that, y'all? 150 days. That's how many months is that? 30 days in a month. So for 5 months, The earth was covered in 15 cubits, 22 feet of water. 22 feet. Go ahead.
And God remembered Noah, and every living thing, and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters ascended.
And the waters began to come down. What do you call that? Recede, right? Okay.
The fountains also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. And the waters returned from off the earth continually, and after the end of 150 days, the waters were abated. Okay,
let's save some time now. You guys can read the rest of these chapters. Let's go to the end of the 8th chapter. Let's go maybe the last few verses of the end of the 8th chapter. I want y'all to hear how intelligent this God is.
Starting with the 20th verse.
Okay.
And Noah built an altar unto the Lord.
This is after they came off the boat now, right?
Yes, sir.
Noah built an altar. Go ahead.
And took every clean beast and of every clean fowl and offered burnt offerings unto the altar.
Now this is really deep. The whole reason why he took these animals on the boat was to save their life. Okay? So he brings them off the boat and kills a couple of them to make an offering to God. Right? Go ahead.
And the Lord smelled a sweet savor.
Oh, now this is another thing. Why is it that God smells a sweet savor or fragrance out of killing? Why is it that this God requires the death of some living creature, and that's considered a beautiful thing? Go ahead.
And the Lord said in his heart.
Check this out now. God said in his heart,
I will not again curse the ground.
Now wait a minute, what's really deep is, who knows God said this? I mean, who knows that this God had a conversation with himself and said within himself to his own heart, what did he say?
I will not again curse the ground anymore.
Never again. Never again will I curse the ground because man ain't doing right. Go ahead.
For the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth.
Did y'all hear this? This God who messed up. I used to be scared to talk like this, but now I'm free. This God who messed up, because God made man, right? So therefore, if there's a flaw in this creation, then whose fault is it? If you're making a cake and the cake falls, what did you do wrong? Maybe you slammed the door, or, I don't know, what causes the cake to fall? If it don't come out right, whose fault is it? Yours. Maybe you put the wrong ingredients in it, I don't know. Go ahead, read.
Neither will I again smite any more everything living as I.
Never again will I kill all creation. Go ahead.
While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease.
That's the end of the 8th verse?
That's the end of the 8th.
Brothers and sisters, let's look at this now. I had her to read all that so we can have it in our head, so when I'm talking about the story, you can relate to what I'm saying. My research has shown me that if this had actually happened at about that point in time in human history, what would have been at that time,